guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lindsay and this is my daughter Georgia. She, she's 4.5 months old. Specifically, she just turned 4 months and 3 weeks today actually. So it was high time to film her 4-month update. I was waiting a little bit just to see if she had any kind of extra things, because a couple weeks ago not too much had changed since the last update, but now recently she's had kind of a bunch of new stuff go on. So well, just to start with something that happened today, she's discovered that if she squeals or kind of screams, she gets our attention, which is an interesting thing. So even when I was preparing for this, she started screaming at me. Anyway, so to go back though, just to introduce myself. So she was born on September the 17th, and I live in northern Italy, but I am originally Canadian. So I uploaded videos following my entire pregnancy with Georgia, and now I'm doing obviously the postpartum videos, but I have other ideas for videos that I want to do too. I do want to try my hand at vlogging, see how that goes. I want to give it a try. And yeah, let me know if you're interested in also seeing like maybe what I buy at the grocery store, being in Italy, because maybe that would be interesting. So if that would interest you, write that in the box below. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started on our update. So this last month, I kind of started brushing Georgia's hair. It doesn't always need it, but sometimes if I'll take her out of like the koala carrier, which I showed in the last update, it looks kind of wild, and so then I need to give it a brush. And then something big that happened was a few days before she turned 4 months old. She actually laughed for the first time. It was like, because I was trying to see if I tickled her, if she would laugh, and she did. Anyway, she didn't laugh easily. You have to coax it out. Still now, but in the last couple days, she kind of gave some random laughs. Like a couple days ago, I was changing her, I had finished, and then I pulled her up, kind of, you know, you do that game where you take their hands and kind of you pull them up, and it was like a kiss mummy game. So it was like, okay, come kiss mummy. I'm like, and I'll kiss her on the forehead. And she thought it was the most hilarious thing. She absolutely broke out in like a total laughter and like squeal of delight. And so I tried it again, and she did it again, and then I tried it the third time, and then she didn't care anymore, it seemed. But that was cute. And then yesterday, actually, I was again changing her, and I was gonna put her sleeve in, which she hates sleeves with passion. Like today, she also saw me getting the sleeve ready to. Did you just sit up? Oh, yes. Okay, 1 second. I just felt something warm. 1 second. Well, as last month's update went, back in the koala carrier. Okay, so I ended up having to change her twice because I changed her into her pajamas and got her little booties. I put her in the sleep sack later because these are quite like light pajamas, and a sweater, and she promptly, when I went into her room, spat up again. That's pretty badly. So I had to change her again. Well, just a sweatshirt this time. But anyway, hashtag mom life. Okay, so where was I before? I think that I was saying that she hates sleeves. So this morning I was getting like one of her sleeves ready to put through her arm, and she started to cry. I was like, no, she already knows that she hates it. Anyway, and then, but I was also going to say that yesterday, forgive me if I already said this because now I'm starting to lose track. I was actually getting ready to put one of her sleeves on her arm, and she started to laugh randomly, and I still can't figure out what I did. That was so funny. But also, a few minutes ago when I was changing her, same thing. She just started to laugh when I was preparing like the sleeve to go through her arm. Anyway, better than a cry, that's for sure. So she has started to laugh more spontaneously, but only in the last like few days. Anyway, so she's a little bit cranky now. I tried to not have to put her in the cold carrier, but she was crying, so now she seems happy in here. Anyway, at 4 months and 1 week, she started pulling herself forward when I would pick her up and put her put herself in like a sitting position. And in the last few days, a couple nights ago, she was like lying on like that boppy cushion. Yeah, and she started doing like crunches basically, like lifting her neck and her legs up and like doing crunches. And the next night, when I put her in the crook of my arm, she on the pillow like to feed her. Oh dear, she sat up. And I was like, oh my goodness. And so since then, she has not actually done that again, but I decided that night to put her in the crib. I said to my husband, look, she's like sitting up now. Like, we need to get her out of that bassinet. Yeah, that's right. And she loves her crib now. So she's had 2 full nights in there. She sleeps fantastic. She never really liked her bassinet, honestly. But yeah, you really like it. She sleeps really well in it. Although she still is someone very difficult to put to sleep. She is experiencing the 4-month sleep regression in kind of a funny way. So I think I had mentioned in my last update that basically, and I'm sorry if I'm, this seems to be the way that my updates are going when Georgia's in them, but she's continued to sleep through the night. She had about a week or so ago 2 kind of night wakings, but when was it? One was around 4:30 and one was like 5:45. So, you know, really towards the morning. And the 4:30 one, she did go back to sleep. The 5:45, the one we were up for the day, that was on my birthday. So, early start for my 31st birthday. Anyway, she is seeming to experience this 4-month sleep regression, like by going to bed later and kind of having maybe stranger naps. Her naps have gotten a bit better now, but she went through like a week or so where she was having really weird short naps and just not napping well. And then she went through another couple weeks ago. We kind of lost our evenings again, which has been a bit challenging because really that's basically when you get kind of other stuff done, like, I don't know, not like the general absolutely necessary house chores, but like, I don't know, random things that you want to do, or, you know, yeah, like random things you want to do, right? Or just to relax, watch a show. And so our nights basically disappeared again. We've had a couple nights where she's gone earlier to bed, but like last night she would not fall asleep. She fell asleep at 11:50 p.m. I don't know. And she never really had her 6 o'clock nap. I put her down in her crib and she was like completely out for 8 minutes, and that was it. She had like a 15-minute nap at like 9 with her Nona, her grandma. That was it, and she just would not sleep after that. I don't know. And I was in there in the room with her, my husband, we were taking turns, and then finally, at a certain point, I'm like, you know, I'm going to see if she calms down if I leave the room, because it was like, I don't know, probably 11:40. I'm like, I'm going to get ready for bed. She settled down and then she fell asleep, so, okay, I guess that's good. But it was a late night, right? So let's see if I can stay seated. She still is only drinking formula. Our pediatrician has us wait until 6 months to start giving them other food. And I don't know about you guys, but everyone seems to be different on this, like depending on the pediatrician. My husband has had so many people asking like, oh, if you started giving her like, you know, pureed fruit or rice pudding or whatever, and we're like, no. And like my roommate actually from the hospital, her pediatrician wanted her to start her son on some like I know some food purees, but she didn't want to. Oh dear. And got actually very mad and decided to change her pediatrician. So anyway, ours is one that starts them at 6 months. So that's good by me. That was what we were told as a recommendation in the prenatal course. So I'm good with that. She has started to get a little bit interested in our food though. So my husband had like given her like literally like a lick of an orange because she was kind of staring at it, and she like licked her lips and was kind of like thinking about it at first, and then she was like and smiling and very excited. So yeah, I think she's starting to get interested in our food, but we're just sticking with the milk for now until our pediatrician says. And she actually has been eating her eating has changed as well. She has the Nestle Nadina milk that she drinks, but it says at 3 and 4 months that you should give 200 mils of milk. And I was noticing that in the last couple of weeks she was drinking less and less. Until a couple days ago, she was like basically snacking all day, like barely anything, like not at all amounts that were sufficient. And I was actually really quite concerned. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? I hope the lighting is stable. It looks like it's doing some kind of like flickering thing. I'm pretty sure that's due to our light fixture. I don't know if I need to move. Okay, I'll see if this seems to be better. Anyway, so she was drinking weird amounts. My mom said, I think that maybe the time has come to start like feeding her maybe at longer intervals, right? Not every 3 hours. Because maybe was she actually hungry? Well, actually, no, she wasn't really showing hunger signs. It's true. So I've been trying the last few days to go anywhere from 3.5 to 4 hours when she starts showing hunger signs. And it's going better. She has drank a lot better. She did have a kind of weird meal yesterday and one today where she drank like, I think 70 mils yesterday evening. And then she drank 130 around 11:15 this morning. But a lot of the time it's going better. She's drinking 200 more often, so that's good. I did have her weighed a few weeks ago because I was concerned since she wasn't eating the 5 bottles of 200 mils most of the time. She was more at 4, but she had doubled her weight, so awesome. And the pharmacist said that she was totally perfect, so that relieved me, because we don't see our pediatrician actually until she's 6 months old. Obviously, if there's like anything that we're really truly worried about, we could call and make an appointment, but like her next well visit is at 6 months. Her next shots are on Tuesday. Poor thing. Anyway, something kind of cute that she does is she really likes her legs being pulled, like playfully. When I'll put her on like her play mat, and if you kind of pull her legs to the music, she really likes it and smiles. Anyway, that is pretty much Georgia. So here she is, kind of calming down now. And so yeah, in the last couple weeks here, she kind of started to have a lot of new things happen. So that was good. And oh, the one more thing. So in the last couple of weeks, she started to have more development, I would say. And it was after she had like a week where she was like really cranky. So I guess, oh, you okay? She was going through like a leap. But the one last thing is that suddenly, oh no. Suddenly, last week, I believe, so after she'd had that like week of crankiness, she suddenly outgrew pretty much almost all of her 62 centimeter 4-month clothes, 3-month clothes, her 62 centimeter 3-month clothes. And so the curious thing is now she's jumped up in a lot of things, actually, in her sleepers. This is a 6-month sleeper. Her undershirts, and at 6 months they say 68 centimeters, but it's something funny because like they'll write on some 6 months, 68 centimeters, and then like in other outfits, it'll be like 3 to 6 months, so 68. Anyway, so she's basically in 68 centimeter, oh my goodness, 68 centimeter clothes. I've been wanting to measure her. I tried a week or two ago and I couldn't really get an accurate measure. I'm sure she was at least 63 and a half, if not 64, because that was the week where suddenly she like shot out of her 2 month, 3 month, she shot out of her 3 month sleepers, and a bunch of her pants, and like I got her new socks and undershirts the other day. Anyway, so because she had a few pairs that they still are okay, but I think they're kind of on the way out, and I'd gotten her a few pairs the other day. So definitely a growing girl. And that is basically it for Georgia. So now a few things on me. A week or two ago, I had some days where I had a bit of anxiety coming back. Honestly, again, probably due to the virus. I've been trying to limit how much news that I watch too, because we've got so much going on, like in the world in general. It's just too much. So, and it's been hard recently to actually catch up on everything because there's like so much going on. But luckily that went away. But I have the last few nights actually been having trouble sleeping. I started on Saturday when she was still in our room, and I don't know, I just had horrible sleep for a couple nights. Then on Sunday, Monday, I was like exhausted, and then we moved her into her crib, and you know, every time she moves, the monitor turns on. I wake up, I check, or if I wake up on my own, I check the monitor, and it's like I am having horrible sleeps. And so my husband has said, you need to take like some sleepy time tea tonight. And I had been meaning to, but I hadn't in the night because I'm like, oh, I'm tired. But obviously I need help because like I'm so tired. In the last 2 days, I can't figure out, like I felt like I was coming down with something, feeling a bit better right now, but like I still have had like 2 of Georgia's naps with her. So I don't know, like I really felt like pre-flu symptoms. I don't know what's going on. I feel kind of okay. I've got like a headache, kind of eyes here, but it's not seeming to develop in anything. And in fact, I was wearing a mask for the last day and a half in the house because I like wasn't sure. I don't know, but I don't have a fever, although that doesn't necessarily mean anything anyway, but I'm not really sure. I seem to be feeling okay, but my husband, Ivana, thinks it's like I don't know, I'm feeling the weather or something. Anyway, I think it's a bit early for that because we have like really intense season changes in Italy, but it's not really changing yet. Like it's February and it's still cold, so I don't think that it's that. And anyway, the last thing is that I finally think I actually have to weigh myself, but I think I've started to go down in weight because I've got some pajamas and pants that in December at Christmas time, they were feeling tight, and now they are actually feeling good, like comfortable to wear, so awesome. And I really do just need to like step on that scale and just see where I am. It was because the last time that I got on, I was like, and I was not happy. And so anyway, it was after Christmas, but yeah, so I've been making a bit more effort to exercise, like walking outside if Georgia's on her play mat, you know, doing some planks. And on my birthday, I did some yoga that I used to do like all the time. And my God, it was so hard. Oh my goodness. It's this Cameron Shane one, and it really works like your arms and everything. And that was really difficult. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this update, even though it was a bit crazy. I can't seem to get through one of these updates without putting her in the koala carrier. She's still been napping mostly in here, but at least she's sleeping in her crib now at night, and she's had a couple naps in her crib, but I need to work on that more because I read the other day too, like once they hit 5 months, they really need to sleep like in their crib in a dark spot for naps because they don't sleep as easily anywhere. So anyway, if you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys in the next video. All right, bye.